Today on Vince's Kitchen, we're doing salsa verde.
All right, so I'm getting the tomatillos cleaned and prepped. Basically, the ingredients for the tomatillo salsa, or the salsa verde, is going to be about a pound and a half of tomatillos. I got some jalapenos that I've quartered up. I've removed some of the veins and the seeds, but I didn't do all of it because I do want to capture some of that heat. And I got roughly about 6 cloves of garlic here. What's going to happen is these guys are going to go in raw. These guys are going to go in with the into the boiling pot with the tomatillos. Once I get everything cleaned up and dialed in, then we'll come right back and we'll be putting the tomatillos and everything in the water. We're going to be blanching it for all of about maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes tops to get everything nice and soft. Really quick though, tomatillos come with the skin, so you want to remove that skin. And if you can pull that I guess you would call it I don't know, a knot or stem. You can pull that off. If you have an aversion to it, you can always take a little knife and take that stem off. It's completely edible. However, it can be removed. Keep in mind that this is actually going to go in a blender with some fresh onions and garlic as well. So there you go. Once you've peeled it, you've removed the stem off, wash it really good because there's like this sticky film on it, and get it ready to be put in boiling water.
I realized in the last segment that we had little technical difficulties. So what we did is we combined the jalapenos, the garlic, the onion, the serrano, and the cilantro with the tomatillos in the boiling pot. We're going to wait until those tomatillos get a dull green. So usually about 5 to 10 minutes at a high boil. And once that's done, we're going to actually put that in the refrigerator and make sure that it cools down before we actually blend it up. Okay, so our tomatillos, the skins are nice and soft. All of the essence, the onions, the garlic, the jalapenos, all of that, the aroma is just absolutely amazing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this off the heat, and we're going to strain this out into a colander. And we're going to, just like we did in the pasta video, we're going to save some of that water just in case we need to thin it out after it goes into the blender. So at this point, what we need to do is we need to allow the tomatillo and the veggies to cool down before we put them in the blender. There, I'll get it cooled in about 30 to 40 minutes. I'm actually going to throw it in the freezer to get it to cool down a little faster. Hey, I'm doing this on the fly. We might have to do some serious editing. Anyways, so once again, I'm gonna get that strained. I'm gonna get everything into the blender, throw the blender cup into the freezer to get it to cool down, and then we'll finish this up. Sounds good? All right. Our tomatillos, our cilantro, our onions, and our garlic have been sitting in the freezer for roughly about an hour. It's cooled down significantly to the point where we could actually go ahead and get it all blended up. So I've got it in the blender cup. Gonna go ahead and turn the blender on. Now we're gonna go ahead and add some salt. You can see the steam. There's still a little bit of heat on that. You may want to keep it in the freezer for a little bit longer. Although, in the interest of saving time, it's cool enough to where we can get it blended up and dialed in. So I'm going to add roughly about a half tablespoon of salt to that and then give it a taste. Get that salt mixed in there. Oh, little bit of spout. Wow, that tastes good. Now we're not quite finished yet. Oh, that's, and you can taste the heat behind that. Oh, wow, that's amazing. That is really good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take about a quarter of an onion. We're going to just drop that in there. A little bit. Then the remaining 3 cloves of garlic, we're going to go ahead and slide that in. Get that freshness in there. And then roughly about a half a bunch of cilantro in there. And we're going to get a lime in there. So I'm going to squeeze that all up in there, get all of that lime juice in there. Before I put the other half, though, I am going to give it a taste just to make sure that it's not too acidy. And then we're just going to stir it. We're not blending it. We're just going to stir it so that it just mixes up all of those fresh ingredients. Let me give that a good shake. There you go. So we're not blending it. We're just mixing those solid, uh, the cilantro and the diced onions and the garlic in there. We'll give it another taste to check the lime flavor. As I've said before, I love salsa verde. This is a very fresh salsa. Oh, that's on point. Once that cools down, wow, got a little heat behind that. Once that actually cools down, I wouldn't recommend holding it for or having it for about 5 days. There's no preservatives in there. It's all fresh. It cools down. This is an amazing salsa to have for a party. So I just happen to be putting together a little carnitas dinner on Saturday. So this is gonna be on point. This is gonna be amazing. I'm excited regarding this salsa. So give it a few. Like I said, if you put it in the refrigerator, if you put it in the refrigerator for a day or two, then all of the flavors are really come together, and really uh, set this salsa off. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a fun one to make. There was a lot of moving parts. I have to just apologize. Newbie mistakes all over the place, but I'll leave some comments and descriptions down below to try to get past this the difficulties that I've had. Uh, Anyways, you guys, be good, and I'll talk to you in just a second. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thanks for coming to my party. Love you, mean it.